So we're just on the causeway between the southern part of Nova Scotia and the northern part, which is called Cape Breton Island. And it's a beautiful place. We came here years ago with the kids and drove with the motorhome towing the Jeep, and unhitched the Jeep and did the Cabot Trail. And we went on some of the beautiful hikes overlooking the ocean and all that. And depending on time, you know, we'll see if we can, and weather, see if we can show you some of those beautiful scenes here in on Cape Breton Island. Well, we made it to the ferry station. We're a bit early, but we'll probably just park and do some work in the back and wait.
Hi.
I know we're early. Can we just park out there?
Oh yeah, for sure. Peter and Carol?
Yeah. Yeah, so they said you can park, and as long as you have your ID and so on, you can walk into town or whatever. So we're lane 12 and we're the second from the front.
So we're here a little bit early at the terminal. So we have about 3.5 hours. Pete's gonna be doing some editing and I'm just gonna be doing some research and tidying up, packing up our bags. Yeah, so that's the plan for this evening until we board the ferry, hopefully. So hopefully this system kind of just blows over and we can continue on our journey across Canada.
All right, we just heard the call to for all passengers to get into their vehicles. We had a couple hours here. Carol took a tiny little nap. She was just getting asleep, and then I woke her up. Oh, I feel bad, but we're excited about going across. There's something about ferries. It's always taking you somewhere that's hard to get to, and I don't know. We love them.
So I'm a 9:30 person to go to sleep. But this is really fun. Like what Peter said, there's something about a ferry, and you know, sleeping overnight on one is just even more special. The morning ferry got canceled due to weather, so we are really fortunate to catch this one. And it looks like, I mean, the wind has completely died down, really, at least tough right here. And so I'm excited. Remember, deck free.
The elevator's quite full there, man. You might want to just wait a minute, or you can use the stairs.
We'll use the stairs, thanks.
Just remember, you're on deck 3 when we offload.
Like 3, 7.
Walk forward.
Here we are.
Home sweet home. Well, this is it.
This is cozy. We can work, plug in, charge, and ta-da! We have our own bathroom. I claim it first.
You got it. Whew, big boat. Took 9 floors. We're on the 7th floor. Our truck is on the 3rd floor. We're on the upper deck now. I think it's the 10th floor. if you don't want to get a room, you can, these chairs recline and you could probably sleep pretty comfortably down here. Pretty comfortable. Not as good as a bed though.
For passenger information, the snack bar located on deck 7 is open for the entire crossing, and our restaurant, also on deck 7, will be open at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for breakfast. Thank you for your attention and have a pleasant voyage.
Your attention please. We will be docking in approximately 1 hour until the ship is secure at dockside. Also, for passenger in cabin, we ask to please leave your bedroom doors open.
Good morning. Got some coffees. We're pulling into Newfoundland now. I think in about 20 minutes, half an hour. Had a good sleep. This definitely was rocking out there. A lot different feeling than sleeping in the truck, but I got used to it.
Look at the sunrise. It's just gorgeous. And you can see Newfoundland.
As we approach Port aux Basques, here are some interesting facts we have recently discovered about Newfoundland. Did you know Newfoundland was once its own country? It gained Dominion status in 1907 alongside New Zealand, Australia, and Canada, before joining Canada in 1949. In the 1950s, Gander International was the world's busiest airport, a key stop for transatlantic flights. In 2001, it became famous when 38 planes and 6,700 passengers landed during the 9/11 attacks, receiving a famously warm welcome. Newfoundland is officially Newfoundland and Labrador now, with the name change in 2001 to recognize Labrador. Newfoundland also has its own time zone, 30 minutes ahead of Atlantic time and 90 minutes ahead of Eastern time. Though Labrador is bigger, 94% of the population live in Newfoundland, with nearly half in St. John's. The Vikings were the first Europeans in North America. Lanceau Meadows, a Viking settlement discovered in 1960, is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And finally, in 1943, German soldiers landed in Labrador to set up a weather station. It's the only known German landing in North America during World War II. That was, uneventful passage. But we met a guy that watches our show, Paul. He came up and said hi, and then he gave us a whole bunch of good tips and places to go when we get to St. John's. So thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Breakfast is served. We just saw a couple of big moose. We didn't have time to get the camera out, but we're definitely in moose country now, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see one somewhere where we can safely pull over and film it for you. But it was nice to see. There's only one main road across Newfoundland, the Trans-Canada Highway, which spans 928 kilometers or 576 miles, beginning at the ferry landing in Port aux Basques, where you arrive after crossing the waters from North Sydney, Nova Scotia. Heading north, the highway stretches 214 kilometers to Corner Brook, the island's second largest city. Along the way, you'll encounter the Long Range Mountains and pass through picturesque towns like Springdale and Grand Falls, Windsor. One notable side trip we took in 2017 with the kids is Route 430, leading north to Grossmoor National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There we hiked on the exposed mantle of the earth, one of only a few places in the world where this is possible. We also took a very windy boat ride deep into the landlocked fjord of Western Brook Pond, which was carved out by glaciers. This stunning fjord with its waterfalls and wildlife is recognized for both its beauty and geological significance. Despite the humble name, the fjord was truly spectacular and reminded us of Milford Sound in New Zealand. Continuing along the highway, we explored quaint fishing villages and rugged coastlines, heading up to St. Anthony and Lanso Meadows. The kids immersed themselves in the rich Viking history at the archaeological sites uncovered there. To this day, it remains one of their favorite family trips. We have now traveled southeastward for about 7 hours along the Trans-Canada Highway, and we're stopping for the night near the village of Come By Chance, where we've spotted a dispersed camping area along the tidewaters of Placentia Bay. Beautiful evening. Look at that sunset.
Oh, there's even garbage cans and fire pits.
Nice.
Says no swimming.
Good idea.
What a gorgeous spot after a long day on the road. We're only like 2 hours away from St. John's, Newfoundland. Maybe 2.5 with stopping and getting some diesel. I've always wanted to go to St. John's ever since I moved to Canada, marrying Pete, and that was 26 years ago, so this is a big check mark for me, and I don't believe Pete's been there either. So, exciting times. I do want to come in like the end of June, beginning of July, because that's when all the icebergs are floating by, and with the colored houses and buildings, it's just picturesque and just probably a sight to behold. I mean, some of the icebergs are just towering over, you know, all these buildings and homes, and it'd just be magical to see that, and all the whales that are out there during that time too. So pretty exciting, but even though it's not during that time of year, like I said, I am really, really looking forward to tomorrow. Waking up, grabbing a coffee with you guys, and hitting the road to go check off a beautiful destination. So this whole drive was just stunning coming in. We saw 2 moose, and I'm pretty sure they were both bull moose, really big racks. They were just too far away to throw out the drone, and we don't have a lens big enough to get it, but that was still pretty magical. But yeah, so we're just kind of taking a look around here, and then we'll set up camp. It's nice to stretch my legs. So we're all set up and ready for the night. I think Pete just has some offloading, and I'm gonna get out the TRX and do a little bit of a workout. Mainly stretch my lower back, because that's been, yeah, a lot of driving. But I'm just gonna make something super simple, like probably a steak and asparagus and mushrooms, and then call it a night.
Must be hitting a rock there, creating those waves.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no wind.
So hopefully we can get to St. John's in an hour and a half, maybe 2 with packing up.
Yeah.
Go grab another coffee. And
Sounds
then
good.
I think seen some lighthouses or some stuff like that first. Might be neat. A nice hike, and then go into town for dinner. I mean lunch. Do some laundry and so on.
Hey guys, I just want to take a minute to thank our sponsor for today's video, Onyx Off-Road, and to let you know about their big Black Friday sale happening November 19th through December 4th. Click the link in the description and enter the code BF to get 50% off the best off-roading, planning, and navigation product, unlimited offline maps, private land boundaries, trail reports, and more. Whether you're navigating through the desert this winter or in the mountains, make sure to take Onyx Off-Road with you.
Now we're gonna head into St. John's, the city, and probably grab something to eat.
While we're downtown, we're gonna see if we can kiss the cod. There's a bit of a ceremony, and if you do it, they go through the entire ceremony. They make you an official Newfoundlander, and we never got to do that last time when we were here, so we're hoping that it'll work out this time. We'll get our papers and be official Newfoundlanders. Well, as it turns out, it was a bit early for that. It seems that the establishments conducting the Screeching ceremony don't even open until 4 or 5 p.m. So we decided to take the opportunity to explore more of the beautiful historic city of St. John's. Our first stop, the colorful Jelly Bean District. Here the row houses are painted in vibrant hues, earning St. John's its title as the most colorful city in Canada. This area is called the Jelly Bean District. I don't know if it's officially called that, but that's what folks around here call it. The houses are all painted all kinds of colors. And it's an area, they had a big fire in the city back in the 1800s, and it's one area that survived. So it's kind of neat to drive through.
It's so cozy to see all the different colors of houses or apartments, buildings. It really brings a lot of life to this area. It's really fun, like a lot more. I thought it was one street, but it's just like almost all the homes around here are all different colors. And that's really, really special to see. And this is really like just cozy. That's the only word I can think of. It's really cozy. So it's been fun driving around. Very colorful, but you know what I mean? Cozy and colorful. And then you go down and there's a harbor right there with all sorts of ships and boats, and oh, it's just a beautiful setting.
So you can't come to St. John's and not try their fish and chips. They're codfish that's caught locally in the ocean. So we're gonna try some fish and chips here. We're now heading towards what's called Cape Spear, which is the most easterly point of Canada and of North America. Looks like underground barracks. It's all closed down, but it comes right out the other side. But there's these side doors. I'll have to see what this was, but it's all part of a military installation that was set up just during World War II. So we went down the stairs, and what this whole section was is one of the guns that were pointed out at the ocean. It's a huge 40-ton cannon, and you can see the image behind me. And they were in defense of Newfoundland and Canada during World War II in case something came into the harbor. So they had a whole garrison stationed out here. Pretty neat stuff. I'm glad they preserved it so well. We're going to keep walking around and try to get right to the end of the Cape Spear. So these were called the disappearing guns because they were on a mounting system which has since been removed that would be able to push the guns up and over the concrete barrier, fire out to sea, and then they could be lowered after use to protect them in this concrete bunker. And they say it took 2 minutes to fire a round. So they could fire a round and then the recoil would shoot it back into that building. They'd reload it. It took about 2 minutes to do that and get it back in position to fire again. But man, these things are huge. I think they said 40 tons of steel in these barrels. And I assume they articulated because we're in a round, so they would have been able to shoot or aim and move it. Pretty neat.
Couldn't imagine sitting here at this cafe overlooking the North Atlantic with icebergs and puffins and whales. Like, it'd be amazing. But this is awesome. It's epic to be here right now. The wind has kind of slightly died down, so it's Perfect. Here's the lighthouse.
This lighthouse here was built in 1836. It's Newfoundland's oldest surviving lighthouse. And the lighthouse operator lived way out here in that house, beneath the lighthouse. Pretty cool. Nowadays, they built a much newer structure with electrical light. But this is the oldest lighthouse in Newfoundland. Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for. After starting our journey at the Pacific Ocean in June of this year, we have finally arrived at the easternmost point in Canada.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I found this painted rock on the river's edge when we were in British Columbia. Isn't that cool? That one's beautiful. We see these often when you arrive to a camp, and when the kids were young, they just loved it. And sometimes they would paint one and leave one. Whoever did this is fantastic. And this is where we found you. And I thought it was really pretty, but it said if you pick, where did you find me? Please post me and rehide me. So it's going to be pretty cool. We came all the way out here. It's come a long ways across Canada, and now to the most easterly point of Canada here in Newfoundland. And so I thought it'd be fun to just place it somewhere where it can make someone else smile, and they can go hide it for someone and make their day as well. So this is a part of that hiking trail. Can't think of the name right now. And then it goes up to the rock where Pete and I were at the very end. So I think along here would be perfect spot for it. There you go. I feel kind of sad leaving my rock, but it's all good. I gotta collect one to take home to the cabin, and so this is kind of cool. Wow, the waves are so powerful. Unbelievable. I'm on the hunt for a rock for the cabin.
Cape Spear, perched on the rugged Avalon Peninsula near St. John's, Newfoundland, is the easternmost point in Canada, and the fitting finale to our great Canadian overland adventure. This extraordinary journey has taken us across approximately 12,000 kilometers, traversing all 10 provinces and immersing ourselves in Canada's stunning, diverse landscapes. From the towering peaks of British Columbia to the vast skies of the prairies, the vibrant cities, and the rugged Atlantic coastline, every moment has been a profound reminder of the beauty and wonder of this country we are blessed to call home. Standing here, watching the relentless waves of the North Atlantic crash against Newfoundland's rocky shores, we are filled with gratitude. This adventure wasn't just about the places we explored. It was about the moments that shaped us and the people who filled those moments with meaning. Along the way, we celebrated the joyous wedding of our daughter, a milestone brimming with love, laughter, and treasured memories. At the same time, we mourned the loss of our beloved nephew Calvin, whose life ended far too soon. His absence serves as a poignant reminder of life's fragility and the importance of cherishing each day and those we hold dear. This journey has been one of contrasts of joy and sorrow, of connection and solitude, of laughter and tears. It has deepened our appreciation for family, friends, and the simple yet profound beauty that surrounds us daily. The spirit of exploration doesn't end here. It lives on in the memories we've created, the lessons we've learned, and the inspiration to love deeply, live fully, and honor those we have lost along the way. Thank you for being part of our great Canadian overland adventure. Wherever your next journey leads, may it bring you the same wonder, resilience, and love that we've found on this road. Well, there's only one thing left to be done here in St. John's. It's time to become an honorary Newfoundlander. The Newfoundland Screeching ceremony is a fun and time-honored tradition where you'll recite a few words, sample some Newfoundland steak or bologna, kiss a codfish, taste some Newfoundland Screech rum, and of course be proudly declared an honorary Newfoundlander.
Are you Screechers?
Yes, bye!
Yeah, we're working on it. Now I'm gonna get you both to enjoy a bit of Newfoundland steak. Guys, last year us Newfoundlanders, actually every year, we managed to consume 8 million pounds of this stuff every year. So we're the highest consumers of this stuff on the planet. That's right, it is, man. I bet you can't tell me what animal it's made out of.
No,
all of them.
All of them, yeah.
There you go.
Yes, bye.
Yes, bye.
And long may your big jib draw.
Long man, your big jib draw.
Have you guys got any idea what you just said? Jib is the part that holds up a sail on a ship. So basically what we all just said was, wherever you go, wherever you may travel, may you have a good smooth trip, my buddy. Long may your big jib draw. May you have good sails upon you win.
Nice. Interesting.
So guys, I got you to eat something, drink something, say something.
Oh, that is disgusting.
That's
all.
Bye.
And Carl,
Yeah.
you're cut off. Congrats, guys.
Thank you so much.
That's crazy. That's a lot. Wow.
In the next episode, we'll begin our return journey across eastern Canada to our cabin in Ontario. With winter fast approaching, we'll prepare for the season and ensure everything is ready before the lake freezes over. See you soon. Until then, keep exploring and hold your loved ones close.